Hello, this is Jared playing Shapes 2. Last time I unlocked trains, and I'm hoping that's going to give me the ability to not have to build one of these long space belts and then go away, either do something else within game or something else within outside of game, and wait for these things to arrive. So let's see how this goes. I'm going to clear this whole area. This time I'm going to aim to go and get some stuff with trains. Do that here in a second. Let's just look what I'm going to aim to do for the day. I want to get the alternating parts. So I found these two things, the circles and the little triangles. There's some triangles over here and some circles up here. And I can think of two strategies. One is to do a bunch of the work and use the train to get the final result to the vortex. Or I could use the trains to get the raw inputs and construct everything here. And I'm kind of thinking I'm favoring option B. So let's see how this goes. This isn't terribly far, but again, be nice to get trains working. So let's go to platforms. We'll go to the shape mine times 4. So we'll get a bunch of these on, oops. We'll get a bunch of these on a space belt. And what I'd normally do is take this guy and send it up there. I'd have to wait a good amount of time for that stuff to actually arrive before I can get working. All right, then let's re-go through this tutorial. We need to do shape loading. Let's put that in there. And we'll put in a stop there. It wants me to do an unload. I guess this is where. Come back to that one. I need to spin a little train around. And first thing I'll do, I'll make sure that it actually is able to get stuff onto the train. Okay. I like the speed. Like, compare this to this. Like, that's nice. All right, then, that being the case. Oh. Does this cost nothing? That... Oh. Okay. I guess my platform limit. Okay, that is interesting. All right, back to this. Unloading. Let's do this there. Oh, did I kill the train? I guess you can't build when the... Okay, well, I guess the train comes back. Oh, and we would need some way to... I guess he's waiting for... Unload. Oh. Okay, can I spin this around? There we go. All right, now this is not the right shape. Well, try, while I wait see what this train does. I've got a diagonal cutter, platform diagonal. This is my goal, to get it into here. Do you have to tell it to stop every time? That's I'm a little surprised that that's like, why does that have to be a thing? What we got here? Claim. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, so there is shapes. I guess, okay, so I guess we'll need a combination, probably have a bunch of blueprints. But there is some shapes here. This is going to create diagonals. It should anyways. And we'll send this into our vortex. Put in at least 4. And I should probably create a diagonal times 4. Not that I'm necessarily supplying this. I guess that may be the main goal. I'm not trying to figure out how to transport shapes, but how to transport enough shapes to keep these guys busy. Let's say this. We're making our diagonal. That looks like the right thing. Hold on. Let me actually select here, here, and here. All right, this will probably go through. Actually, that is a good amount of shapes. Maybe not. All right, well, while we're waiting for that to roll through, I'll do the same thing with circles over here. Let's do similar patterns. Basically, we're out in this far away spot. This is even further than the other one. We'll do a shape mine. And I want to transport these closer. So I haven't turned this into blueprints yet, but I will. We will want shape loader. Flip this around. Want to put in a train. And then a stop. Let's not forget the stop. And we'll take this guy. Send it over here into the area. So we'll have a bunch of circles to work with closely in here. This is probably going to be a blueprint. And the circles, what do I want to do with those? Essentially another diagonal, just turn the other way. So let's push these circles into here. So this time I'm going to do a diagonal. No, turn. Clockwise straight. And we will collect these. Oh, I'm collecting too many, aren't I? Well, assuming I was able to get a full output, I can only collect 4 into a space belt. Okay, we achieved one of our goals, or initial things there. Okay. So, do we have any circles? Uh-oh. Oh, I like how it shows you the shape on the train. That is moving much quicker. It may not be much, but I don't, at least I don't have to wait. Okay, so back to this. Let's collect 4 and then 4. And then now what I want to do, let's just make sure we get this. The opposite is if I paste these together with some, I do a platform stack. Actually, I've got a stack times 4. I almost think I would need 2 of these. This is probably excessive, but I'll do it anyway. Do I care? I don't care which one's on top and which one's on bottom. So let me just feed this into there. Feed this guy into there. Okay, let me just go down, up, and into there. This guy can go into there, and then I'll get 2 outputs of this. One that can go here, one that can go over there. So now it comes down to the train, which is not fully providing input. So I will go see if I can come up with an idea to maybe improve things here. All right, here is my first idea to get more things going on the train. Why don't we just add more of these loaders? Effectively, let's see, if I did this, let's try adding 4. Put a stop here. And then we'll get this guy to load. Oh. Okay. Do a cut. There. And there. Put that there. And get that there, there, and there. All right. So this can essentially make 4 of these go into 4 of these, right? If we did that, let's just take these, copy that, whoops, and then have 4 of these go into there. So this should give us 4 times the amount of shapes. And then maybe I double up the line, if that's not enough. But actually, there's something else I want to try. Oh. Okay, the other thing I was going to try was my research points, but just a sec. All right, it has occurred to me what is missing. I want to add wagons. So if you want to have multiple stops like this, you can have multiple wagons. How does that... Okay, I guess that undoes the train. And it restarts here. Okay, let's watch this go through. Nice. Okay, the other thing is, I was looking at the trains. Go like that. It is 8 points to make it go from 100 to 140% the speed. So let's up that. And train capacity 1 to 2. That seems really nice. There's also other different colors of trains. We'll get into that later. Did that cause the train to Oh no. Let's watch this. 1. I guess the question is, will this become backed up? If I can get this dropped off before this is consumed, then this is good. Okay, so now we've got 2 of those little containers going in. So I'm assuming that's going to be twice the amount of these guys. Oh, it kind of shows you. Oh, what happened there? Okay, I was going to say, it shows you how much is left, but it kind of bumps up and down, which is weird. All right, well, you know what? Let's go. Maybe I'll make a blueprint and I'll update the other one. So we just made blueprints from this guy, so let's go apply that. This may be the new way of doing things. Let's take this out. So now when I want to transport something from far away, we'll have a load. Maybe put that right there so that, such that we get a shorter belt path. And then over on this side, I've got another one. Clear that out. And unload times 4. Just line that up with the belt where I want it. Technically, why wouldn't I? Oh. Not allowed to do. Okay, let's do that. Oh, let's try to make it line up with the rail. So we'll connect this rail there. Connect this belt there. Train is empty. It's a little concerning. Oh, maybe it just needs to spin around with stuff in it. In the loaders. Well, we achieved a goal, so let's unlock that. So now that we have that, we'll do a little bit of painting, it looks like. So I'll do a bit of planning, and we'll come back. So to kick things off with painting, I see this red spot here. Let's put in our liquid mine, or set of mines. Try to get maybe one there, one there. Oh. Hate when this happens. Let's do this there. And then I will take this guy. Spin this around. Okay, so this would effectively be this guy. But like that. Okay, and then we'll collect all of these together. Like that. Let's just check that I actually have that. That one's on the top floor. Okay. Actually, can I use trains to do this? It says shape loading. Thinking no. I'll build it anyways. And, yeah, okay, maybe not. Alright, well, I guess we have to do this the old way, which is just build and wait. But maybe what I'll do, we'll see, I'll let that run. Do we actually have enough that this is keeping us busy? I would say yes for these guys, but no for over here. And I'm thinking to myself, the game literally doesn't cost anything, make you spend space points or platform points. Why would I not do this? Why would I not put that in there? And for cases where you go further away, and have, okay, I'll use my blueprint. Let's see, I would put that there. So if you can't get enough, because I'm assuming what's going to happen is this will become backed up. And then we could start pushing into this second line. And look, it costs nothing. Oh, hold on. What if I did this? Made this one the new line for that. Take this one there. Send this into there. Okay, I'll let this run for a bit. But maybe, oh, cool. Is that train going to jump over that guy? But, yeah, I'll let this load, and I'll see if we'd be in a situation where we don't run out of things like we do over here. Seeing some of the circles being dropped off on this new line. And I also see some red liquid. So let's do this. Let's take that out, back this up just a little bit. Let's get our painting, which is a platform painting ×4 that I've got. Oh yeah, made a special painting folder now. Alright, so this has liquid on this side, so let's just flip this around. Maybe put this, is that gonna matter? Let's just go ahead. And then what I'd do is I'd put a train unload ×4. Set that right there. Set that up like that. And set up a rail system. This should give us some of these red objects Then after that, then it's more stacking, but that's by with squares. So I'll go look for a source of squares. So I see some squares that are close by. The thing is, they're not as big. So I'd have to collect a little bit from here, a little bit from here. So I'm thinking, now that I've got trains, and it appears the further away you go, the bigger these shape spots are. So we'll do another platform shape mine times 4. Set that up like that. Let's put in our train load times 4. Set that up right there. And we'll take this, get it into the area about where we want it. So we're going to want to take this and stack over here. At this point, maybe I'll just pause. Let it run for a bit. Let's see if we're actually getting the right thing. Okay, that looks good to me. Did for a second. Okay, we've got some object. I'm assuming that's just some of the older stuff that just hadn't gone through. Yeah, because now we're just getting pure red going through. All right, I'm gonna let this run for a bit. But before I go, have we achieved what we wanted here? I think we have. Full set of circles. Oh. Uh-oh. All right, I will investigate what hiccup happened here. Because you... Okay, I was going to say you're not working either, but no, you're fine. All right, I see what's going on. Apparently, you need space in front of this thing for this guy to roll around. So let's just take this out. I think this is an easy fix. Put that like that. And, oh, no, wrong one. That there. Nice. There we go. So now I've got circles arriving on both these guys, flooding this input, keeping things busy downstream, all the way to the vortex. Just watching things get dropped off here, noting two things. First of all, it doesn't actually highlight whether it's valid or not, but it is counting up, so that's a good sign. The other thing is we don't have a full output. If I click on this, 33% is the reading. So that might I'll have to look down the line to see what might be going on. That may be an exercise for another day. So, bit of good news. I believe I have found out what was happening here with the efficiency. This was not connected. So let's, I got to go up a level. Let's push this in like that. Same thing over here. I assume that was the actual blueprint that was failing. Not quite right. Stack multi. Oh no. Stack multi times 4. Yeah, oh, it was even showing in the X there. So I'll update this blueprint. So blueprint updated as well as this was achieved. So let's take this object. We still have some of the old ones going through. Oh, right. Probably because that was kind of building and just as we fix this, that makes sense. So let's try out our new stacking blueprint that's been updated. So we will have, now it matters which one is going to be on top and which one is going to be at the bottom. So this guy here, that's the top. That's going to be the object that we've just made. So effectively here and then here. Oh, realizing that, Okay, this is interesting. Then I've got squares. I'm seeing that we got a bit of an issue. But let's do a train unload times 4 just to get things started. So these would effectively go here. Though it would be nice if we had... I was actually going to double up this line. Maybe we actually have... Let's reimagine this. Let's... I could probably let that run and it would probably complete our rights. But let's reimagine this. It is a platform of a shape mine times 4, but 2 of them. One here and... Oh. Okay, maybe not. Alright, what if I spun this individually? Shape mine. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and there we go, 8. And then what if I connect it 4 and 4? So these 4 to there. And then these 4 to there. And let's do this. Let's have shape load for under the train. So we'll load twice per line. So boom and boom. Just add a little bit of space so I can kind of see. And boom and boom. This is all collecting. Okay, I have to have this kind of go out like that. Then we'll spin this off into there. Take this out here and then connect that to there. Then we'll need a bunch of unloading at the other end with 4 lines going in. 1, 2, 3, and 4. What would be Herman doing this? Okay, let's go out in front of the trains since that's apparently a thing. All right. And that now I'll want to separate these because this will have potentially 2 and 2 with 4. So let's just take you and go down and under until we go all the way up here. All right. And let's see. Let's now rail. Let's connect these 4 things together. So that's going to be 1. The one that's there, that maybe I'll just take that out up to that point. This can go in there. Let's do this last one. All the other ones need to go in between. Including this guy. Put there. That lined up nicely. And take you. And send you there. Now, just reconnect this. And this. And I guess we're just going to play the waiting game. And I want to know 2 things. A, is this going to work? And B, do I get a full output? And then once I do that, we're going to need blue. Okay, unfortunately, I went over that a little bit. But you know what? Let's, we'll reboot that after. You know, I said we'd worry about this after, but in actuality, maybe we should get the liquid flowing. Well, that will just avoid less waiting later on, I'm thinking. So let's do a few things. Let's take this around. Then let's take a paint mine. Put one there. Okay, let's not worry about... I should have spun that the other way. And then we'll go over a few more spots. Ideally, I'd like to connect 4 of these. And then another 4, actually. Let's see if we can make this happen. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we're 4 there too. So if I get 2 more. So let's take these guys, combine this with 2 more from over here. Maybe you and you. Send this. Actually, no. Let's go around the top. I think that makes more sense just because I don't have to cross lines. So we'll go here, here, here. So that's going to be another set. We'll just get that flowing. We'll get these 2 flowing. And we'll get this to join with these 2. So that will join up here with that one. And while that is running through, I'll just go away for a bit. Well, it looks like it won't be too long. Where are we in terms of efficiency here? Oh, it's not looking great. Maybe I just need to give it a little bit more time. I'll debug what might be going on here such that this isn't completely full. I've just spotted something interesting. Let me just check this off and we'll come back to that. Okay, so now we need to make these guys blue. Yeah, I had this cross platform. Now that is nice when I had things, when I made the assumptions that one space belt could feed one platform input. But now that I know 4 of these can be fed, I'm basically grinding things down, aren't I? Here. So I have the potential to be feeding 1, 2, 3, 4 of these things. But because I'm feeding it through this, that kind of slows things down. Okay. I'm going to, later on, I think I'll just patch that up. Oh, I'm using that several. Okay. You know what? Okay, let's just come back to that. As blue, start it. All right, blue is nearly here. So let's do this. Let's do a paint times 4. Flip this around. We'll put liquid on that side. That's good. Put 1 there. Actually, maybe, yeah, 1 there, 1 there. We'll run our liquid in. Oh, I see. All right, and then we'll connect the squares. Instead of going into the actual system, you guys can't do that because you're not blue. We'll send this into there. We'll send these 2 guys into there. And then I'll connect you with this. Spin you over here. We're going to have to go down. Connect in with the line underneath. Oops. Okay, and yeah, we're not going to get a full output. Maybe I'll spend a little bit of time seeing, I don't know. I think that's going to be a next time thing, try to fix this. But I'll let that spin through, collect this. I think I'm going to call it for the day. So looking at this, I think it's actually a pretty easy fix what I need to do here. Essentially, we've got an input here. Hold on. Harder to see again. Maybe it's easier if I look at it from this perspective. So we got to get something going in here, 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 and here. That's the top side. And then this line here is the bottom side. And as long as I have something that's going to... So this will be the bottom. I could do maybe like over here. 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 And then for this side, maybe have this go up like this. So this will be the top on the left. Go down. Yeah. Down. Up. Wait a minute. Oh, I pasted it on the bottom. Ah. Okay. Let's start over. I want to have my stack by 4. Let's take this out. Take that out. Don't want those guys anymore. We'll have the top being loaded in the left. This guy here will do the same thing. We'll go up there, there, and there. So that's the bottom side feeding. This guy will go up like this, but also give the opportunity to go down. Did I literally just do the same thing? Okay. So we've got this. Let's go from here on the chop floor. Now we can go down. Then up, down, up, down, up. All right. Whoops. Let me save this as a blueprint. This is our new stacking times 4. Kind of think it seems silly to paste this in now. Let's get rid of that, but we got to give it a test in production somewheres. By the time I get one of these in, we're probably going to get our end result anyways. But let's see, stack times 4, if I want that in the future. Do that, and then we'll have something that is fed it in. So I said this one's going to be the what's on the top, which is these guys here, which still is not red. Oh, that's a circle. Oh, I see. I see. That's the circles. Yeah, for this one, it doesn't matter which one's on the top and bottom, does it? So we'll do that. Yeah, we're just going to get our natural points anyways, but at least I'll be able to test to see whether this update fixes things here. Just watching these go through, and we are about to get our pinned task. All right, well, next time probably going to work on the circle, star, and squares set of things. Whoops, I guess I don't really need to fix that anymore. But that's Jared playing Shapez 2. Hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.